Hi, I'm Uri Goldflam for Travel Trailer, and welcome to Masada National Park. If you're walking up the mountain, you'll go out these doors and follow the snake path up the mountain. If you're going to take the cable car, then follow me. Masada is a marvel of a Herodian construction built to the highest standards of its day. But we are visiting this formidable castle in the desert because of events that took place here almost 80 years after Herod's death. It is the last place Jews held out in open rebellion against Rome, a symbol of struggle for religious freedom and political independence. An epic story of courage and impossible choices told by Jewish historian Flavius Josephus. When the Jews rebelled against Rome in the year 66, they never imagined it would end with the destruction of Jerusalem and the complete destruction of the temple in Jerusalem. Several hundred refugees managed to escape Jerusalem and joined the group of rebels out here in the desert, where they lived for the next 3 years. However, in the winter of 73, a Roman legion surrounded Masada. They will build a siege wall and a ramp to bring their war machines to this impenetrable fortress. But when they finally break down the wall, they will be astounded to find the defenders chose to take their own lives rather than fall to the hands of the Romans. Herod's engineers were able to capture flash floods and rainwater runoff and divert them to cisterns such as this one. There was likely no water shortage on the mountain, enough for an open-air swimming pool at the time of Herod and many ritual baths at the time of the rebels. A small sample of Herod's wealth can be seen here at the Western Palace. This is Herod's bathhouse, which begins in the classic Roman style with hippocaust. An external courtyard open to the sky. This is the cold room or the frigidarium. Notice the exquisite craftsmanship and the fresco on the walls. Some of the original colors are still here. The rebels did not need Herod's opulence. They added shelves and used this as a gathering room. After a good hot scrub in the bath, the Roman aristocrat would spend his time in the bathhouse, enjoying his day. These are the storerooms left behind by King Herod. The rebels used many of the provisions in here for their own sustenance. Just imagine all these storage rooms stacked with shelves filled with grains and dried meats and salted fish and dried fruit. All the food a Roman royal family could use, including oil and high-quality wine imported specifically for King Herod from Italy. It is at this point that the Roman siege ramp came all the way up to the mountain, and here the Romans broke through the fortifications of Masada. They pushed and pulled their battle tower and battering ram to the casement wall held by the rebels. They smashed in the stone wall and burnt the wooden filling. Then, as if by divine intervention, the wind turned and began burning the Roman attackers. But by now, the wall was all ablaze. The Romans retreated for the night, knowing that the following day they will rape, pillage, and kill every living soul on this mountain. That night, the rebels gather here, the place of gathering or the synagogue. And Elazar ben Yair, the commander of the rebels, will give the speech of his life. The rebels decided to take their own lives and the lives of every Jew on the mountain rather than fall to the hands of the Romans. A cruel death and horrific consequences to every man, woman, and child on the mountain. When the Romans arrived the next day, they found nothing but silence. the commander of the Israeli army during Israel's War of Independence, turned archaeologist, found the scroll with Ezekiel's vision of the dry bones. Here on Masada, he realized that the modern state of Israel is the answer to the age-old Jewish dilemma. The reforging of the chain that was broken here on this mountain 2,000 years ago means that Masada will not fall again.